Hello, Rise Builders. Okay, so you see the topic. All I can say is work with me. Just work with me. And I'm going to start out reading this scripture, okay? We read it all the time, we quote it, we say it, but let's just sit in it for a minute. Let's sit in this for a minute. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. That is Psalms 139, verse 14, the NIV. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Do you really believe that? Does that scripture resonate with you? Or do you want to be somebody else? Do you really believe when God made you, He made something wonderful? And I can attest that as growing up, there were some awkward stages where I didn't feel that. Even in my 20s, 30s, even in my 40s, I really didn't feel that because I was not familiar with being in certain settings, being the only African American. I would be in meetings and I didn't see other people that looked like me, so it felt awkward. You kind of feel okay being yourself when you can see someone, you can look over and see someone that you can resonate with, you know. So I can say that, for as being at work, I did not. But as I really grew into myself and I grew into my word, I recognized, regardless of what I look like, I deserve to be at the table. You deserve to be at the table. So this is not about color, gender, or any of that stuff. This is about really knowing who you are, knowing what God has developed you into be, how He's created you. Whether you have a mole, I have a mole over on my right side. It's covered up with this hat. Can we say bad hair day? And it's okay. But yeah, it's covered up, and I used to hate that mole because it's a pretty big one. But then I don't know if you ladies remember, there used to be this trend where people would actually take mascara and put it on their jaw area. They were trying to mimic Marilyn Monroe. And I was like, oh, that's my beauty spot, because people were like, that's a beauty spot because she was iconic back then. That was she, when she was alive. She was a beauty, to be reckoned with. So, yeah. So how do you feel about yourself? Do you really feel that you are fearfully and wonderfully made? That's why it is so important for us to catch our children at an early age and start speaking life into them. It's okay for you to look different. You don't have to look like everybody else. You don't have to have these certain body parts to be structured like somebody else. Yours may not be as big as the person's on, or it might be small or whatever. Whatever it is, that's how God made you, and it's okay. It is okay. You may walk with a limp, You may have something different about you. When you speak, you may speak differently from everyone else. But again, you deserve to be at the table. So I just really want to talk about this, and I have some questions. Sometimes I like to kind of put the questions at the beginning of the conversation as opposed to the end. So yeah, so my first question is, have you ever felt the pressure to be someone you're not just to fit in? The pressure to be someone else that you're not just to fit in. And like I said, I talked about that, being in meetings. So I felt I had to have a certain type of demeanor about myself, speak a certain way. And after a while, guess what? Child, I can't do this. I just got to be me. You either like me or you don't. You either like me or you don't. This tea isn't for everybody. Everybody don't like to pour this into their mug. Yeah. And that's true. Everybody's not for you. You're not for everybody. And it's okay. It's okay. That's why we have the option to do what? Switch the channel. When we're watching a program we don't like, we have the option to switch the channel. Right. Another question. What is the one thing you love about yourself that sometimes you hide from others? What is the one thing that you love about yourself that you hide from others? I can say that I don't hide anything. I'm too old for that. I'm too old for that. That's why it's important, again, to catch it early with our children's, that they know that they feel that confidence, that they ooze that confidence, not cocky, but you ooze confidence that you're okay with who you are. Yeah. How can you take a step toward embracing your authentic self this week? How can you take a step toward embracing your authentic self this week? You know, we always hear that word, authentic, real, true, that type of thing. Truth. I'm walking in my truth. Are you really? Are you really? Because we have to be honest. This world will reject us if you don't conform to their standards, their trends. You're not popular. I was reading someone's comments earlier this morning, and she was talking about, like, she's really into jazz. That's one of the things I love, jazz. And she says that sometimes she like to play music that's not popular. And I responded, being popular isn't always the best. Sometimes we need to hear some things that's not popular. That's going to get our muscles going. That's going to introduce us to something new. Something new, something exciting. My screen froze up for a minute. Apologies. But yeah, so not going with the trends, just going with the flow. Who are you? What are you about? Who are you? So the first thing is, being authentic is powerful. Being authentic is powerful. No one else can be you. That's your superpower. No one else can be you. That is your superpower. Embracing your uniqueness sets you apart and allows you to impact the right people. You heard that? You're going to impact the right people. Being you is your superpower. What is it about you that people they're just drawn to you? I hear it all the time. People say they're drawn to my personality. They like how my voice is. They like the fact that I can make them laugh. And I'll say I believe one of my superpowers, I can make you believe you can do anything. I just really believe that God has gifted me with, I can really tap into people to let them know you're okay. God has you here for a reason. I believe that I am here to inspire and motivate, to let people know, yeah, you're good. You're good just the way you are. You're good just the way you are. You're more than a champion. You can have that job. You can start that business. You can do this thing. I believe that is one of the things about me that God has really tapped into me and allowed me to be able to be a blessing to people, to let them know without a shadow of a doubt, you're next. You're next up. If you don't give up, you are next up. You are next up. Yeah. Rejection is redirection. Rejection is redirection. I love this. Not everyone will understand or accept you, but that's okay. The right people, opportunities, and experiences will align when you walk in your authenticity. When you walk in your true divine, your true purpose, the right people will find you, YouTubers. The right people will find you, business owners. The right person will find you, single person looking for your spouse. The right school will find you, young adults, seasoned adults. You want to go back to school and go to another level. Everything will align up. Just be you. Let your personality come through. Don't hide who you are. Don't hide who you are. You're not everybody's cup of tea. It's okay. It's okay. I used to have this one person at work. She would kind of be a little with me because I'm a morning person. I'm perky. And I was like, oh, I need to tone that down because that works her, because I am high spirited most of the time. Most of the time, not all of the time. That's just how I'm channeled like that. And I'm pretty perky. And she was like, you're like this all the time. You're always happy. I'm sorry. You want me to walk around with devastation on my life? I mean, my life is not perfect. I have to take what happens and channel that and navigate around that and allow me to be okay. Just because something devastating happened to me does not mean that I need to be walking around making everybody else miserable, nor do I have to be miserable. I have to deal with it in reality, but I don't have to allow that to drive my day. I don't have to allow that to drive my day, nor do you. If your car breaks down, you're going to have an ugly day for the rest of the day because your car broke down. Are you? Someone said something to you, ill will, it wasn't right, it was ugly. Are you going to allow that person, are you going to give that person the power to control your day? I think not. I think not. No, no, no. So instead of me changing, I'm like, I'm not gonna change for her. And I was trying to change. I was trying to tone it down because good morning, how y'all doing? Oh, it's so pretty outside. Have y'all checked out what it looks like outside? Hey, anybody want to go walk on break? Hey, da 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 da. And I was like, oh, I need to chime. Some people are not morning people, and I get that, but that's not my problem. That is not my problem that you're not a morning person. I'm not a night person. I'm not a night owl. I have a girlfriend. She is a night hawk. She comes out in full mode. Do you hear me? But is that my problem that she is, is that my problem? Or is that her problem that she's like that? That's how she's wired. And I accept that. I love that. I love that about her. Her personality is just beautiful. It is just like radiant. But she's a night hawk. I'm like, girl, don't be calling me after 9 o'clock. Don't do that. So yeah, we are all different. We are all different. Your story has purpose. The experiences, challenges, and victories in your life are meant to inspire and uplift others. What you have gone through, your testimonies, you are going to be able to push someone else forward. You have experienced certain things in life for a reason. You are a walking billboard for the Lord. You really are. You are a walking billboard for the Lord. You can tell somebody, hey, I went through this trial and tribulation and I was able to make it through. I made it to the other side by the grace of God. Yeah. Action steps. Let's talk about that. Reflect on your core values. Identify what truly matters to you and ensure that your actions align with them. What is really important to you? What's your purpose? Silence the noise. Limit exposure to negative influences that pressure you to change or conform. Stop all this conforming to other people, to situations and instances. No, be you. If you know deep down you feel like that's not right, that's not the right thing to do, you made the right decision. You might have to walk alone. I have walked alone plenty of times, and I had to learn to be okay with walking alone. And I like it. Child, when you walking by yourself, you ain't got to worry about nobody asking you for no money. Move on. Find your tribe. We hear this a lot on YouTube. Find your tribe. Surround yourself with those who appreciate and support you as you are. I get so many comments. Y'all, let me tell you, YouTube is a blessing. I get so many comments. Oh, thank you for this. I really needed this. Oh, thank you for talking about this scripture. Thank you for sharing this. I appreciate you guys because you guys listen. If it's something that I do right, that you enjoy, you let me know. And I do the same. I go back and I tell people thank you all the time. What you do matters. What you say matters. What you have been through, it matters. It matters. Speak your truth. Speak your truth, not anybody else's. Speak your truth. Stop letting people tell you what you should say or how you should feel. Your feelings are your feelings. Your truth, that's your truth. But I'm going to always direct you back to the truth. What does God say? What does God say? I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Period. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Period. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. That's what God says about me. That's what he says about me. Share your story with confidence, knowing that someone needs to hear it. Speak your truth. Pray for guidance. Pray for guidance. Seek God's direction in your journey of self-discovery and being your authentic self. Yeah. Seek God's direction in your journey of self-discovery and being your authentic self. God, show me, guide me. Let me see me for me. Let me see me as you made me. Who are you saying I am, God? Who do you say I am? You know, again, I'm reading from Psalms 25. I quoted this yesterday. In you, Lord, my God, I put my trust. I trust in you. Do not let me be put to shame, nor let my enemies triumph over me. Yeah. Show me your ways, Lord. Teach me your paths. Guide me in your truth. I want to know your truth about who I am, who you made me to be. I'm not going to be concerned about what this world says about me. You know I need to handle myself in certain situations when I'm on my job, when I'm around my family and other people, but let my personality come out. I don't want to be held hostage. I don't want to be caged up. I need to be able to be myself. Like I said, I've said this before, I'm kind of quirky. Is that the right word? Quirky. I could be very playful, joyful. That's just how I'm structured. That's how I am wired. That's how I am wired. Am I serious? Absolutely. I get serious at certain times, but I don't feel like I need to walk around and be. I have to relax. I got to be able to laugh. I got to be able to relax and just be myself. And we are all different. You have some people. My husband, he's very. That's why they say opposites attracts. He is a total opposite of me. He's very by the book, very analytical, very structured. Yeah. And I'm like, smile. I'm like, let go. And he laughs and that kind of thing. But that's who he is. That's who he is. And that's that balance that we need within our marriage, because we can't be doing the hokey pokey all day, turning ourselves around, because that's what I would be doing. Somebody got to be structured. Now, I'm structured when it comes to work and being organized and that type of thing. I thank God for, having that. That's when I'm being on time, very punctual, that type of thing. But yeah, I like to lay back and laugh. I like to ease on down the road. Yeah, that's just who I am. So I just want, everyone to understand that it's okay to be you. It's okay if you're not someone's cup of tea. It's fine. So yeah. So I hope you got something out of this. I hope you are being your true, authentic self, and you are just enjoying life. Be, just what they say, live your best life. So until next time, continue to grow and glow in the Lord. Take care.